Hello, my beauties. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Saturday Live with Yoga Bliss Dance. I apologize for the squeaky chair. Maybe you don't hear it too loud. I'm really feeling fall today, I noticed. We've got, it's slightly cool where I am, and yet a mosquito just bit me. So nature is disordered. Nature is not in balance, but I noticed I'm feeling like all the fall colors, the browns. So welcome again. Namaste and Ashe. How are you? How are you doing? Say hi in the comments, in the live chat. And let me just close a couple things, guys. I just realized, why do I have a million things open? Hold on. I have great news. I have great news. Hang on. And really some sharing that I think will help you as well. That I hope will help you. So how are you doing today? I'm doing really well. There's a lot of different things going on, really good and really bad. And I'm going to share, like I said, some really positive things and some what I've learned from some recent events in my life that I think are going to have resonance for you as a spiritual person. Okay. So giving just a moment, please, as you come in, do greet. Some of you may have been, I think Rashida Dow was live. I think she's ended on her channel. That's Percival in the background. Can you guys see him? He's like, wait a minute. Yeah, see, it's all reversed. There he is. He's on the move. Percival's on the move. Percival. Did you hear him? He knows his name. He should, after all these years. So the topic today, welcome to my channel. I talk about chakras, spirituality, energy healing, meditation. And I usually do go live on Sundays at around this time. And also, I want to bring you guys a little bit higher up. Hold on. I'm going to lift my computer up. And I should just schedule so you know, is it 2:15? It's usually going to be around that time. But yay. Welcome to Yoga Bliss Dance. Say hi in the live chat. Don't just lurk. Say hello. Greetings. I'm taking that from Stephanie Perry, which I really like it. I would say it, but she really emphasizes it. And it's just nice, right? Otherwise, I'm in my house talking to myself on my computer. All right. So what are we going to talk about today in terms of spirituality? I titled this as of now, all right, how to stay in the flow. You guys may know, hold on, Chihuahua going crazy next door. Let's close it. How to stay in the flow. You may know that my website is called intheflowofmagic.com. Okay. And what I mean by that, what did I put on the thumbnail? Did you say no to the universe? So I want to just share with you examples of when we've been given a blessing, right? Something is being shared with us. Those of you who know tarot, you know how like the Ace of Cups or Ace of Pentacles, there's like this hand, it's like the hand of God giving you a gift to start something. So I want to talk with you about that, Goddess. Have you accidentally said no, and how to kind of spot it? Okay. Have you said no to manifesting your dreams because you're stuck in a paradigm? Hello, Percival. Okay, people, we may have chaos here because there's a bee, and Percival will try to catch, and yes, he's going to try to catch a bee right by the computer. Percival, sweetie, do you need to do that right now? Yeah? You're going to try to do that now? All right. I'm trying to clear space so in case he knocks anything over. Okay. So yeah, did you say no to the universe? Did you miss a blessing? And so I want to talk about that, okay? So again, say hi in the chat. Let me know you're here, that you're here with me live. All right, so I'm going to get started. So first, I have really good news. I'm going to hold it up because I think there's nothing. Hold on. The number is like on the back, okay? Because Percival, please. I'm live. Did you see that? Like a little tail too? Okay. All right. Just leave room for me at the desk. Oh, my Lord. Look at him. He's like right here. Wait, will you see him? He's like right there. I'm not going to go much further. Yeah, let's leave him to that, to the hunt. So the good news is, welcome. If you're just joining, say hi. Say hi, say hi. Listen, otherwise, if you don't say hi, I'm literally sitting in my house talking to my computer. Save me from that, okay? Look at this. What is this? Okay, and yeah, there's a bee that my cat is going to try to kill. So if you see just chaos, please understand. So this is my passport. This is my passport. It's so pretty. I actually want to show you inside. Probably just a blank page. And I'm gonna embarrass myself. Some of you are like gonna be annoyed at me. I think it's Aki. You know, I can't because I can't really cover the number, and I just want to, like, it's the interwebs, people. So this is my passport that has been in process, those of you know, for maybe a year and a half for various reasons. Most of them not my own. In fact, yeah, I want to show you my picture though, where I just look ridiculous because they're like, you have to basically dye your hair. How can I show you that? So yes, I got my passport from my country. Well, that's actually the good news. Hold on, let me see if I can block it off so I can show you this picture where, again, I get comments from people, well, don't say that about yourself. It's okay. I'm not taking it. I feel like I look like Herman Munster because if you've been following me, you know where I had to literally, Jamaica is like, because you have salt and pepper hair, where they're like, yeah, your hair blends with the background. We can't use that. And I'm like, what? So I had to finally, guys, remember I bought a wig. I'm not lying. I have the wig downstairs. I had to buy a black wig. It looked stupid and it could not get on my head because I have a big head. Then I was like, okay, let me just dye my hair because I don't like to dye my hair. You guys know, okay, goddesses, you know the dyes. This has been forever. They've been bad, but only recently is it like coming out that, oh yeah, you know, those dyes. Well, if you're pregnant, you shouldn't use the dyes, really, but I should use them if, you know. So when I do dye my hair, I use a natural dye. So I basically had to color my hair. I had to change my appearance to make my nation send me a passport. So I'm just going to cover. Oh, Lord, it is so hard. I'm trying to cover everything because, like I said, there's nefarious people on the interweb. So hold on. Let me show you my picture, though, where my hair is just obviously too jet black, right? Like here, I'm going to show it real quick. Do you see that? Look at that, right? That was brown black. That wasn't even black. Anyway, so I have my passport. I have my passport, part of my manifesting moving forward. So yeah, I'm really psyched about it. It is really pretty inside. Inside it has a picture of plants, and I believe it's the ackee plant, which is really good cooked. It's like a creamy, starchy Caribbean vegetable, and it is called ackee in Jamaica. But yeah, so I'm really excited about this. So this is a great manifestation. And then some of you know that I also recently did become an American citizen after living here since childhood. Since childhood. But my mom did not become a citizen when I was under 18, because then you would have automatically become a citizen. All right. Well, anyway, so that's some of the good news, but I want to talk to you about how I've missed, and you may be doing this as well, goddess, missing your blessings. So I'm going to give some examples. And hi to those of you from the future, as Steph says. I also like that because most of the folks watch from the future. If you're here live, say something. Don't just lurk. I see some of you just lurking. Say hello, say greetings, say peace, blessings. Okay. The first blessing that first of all, the bee's right here. Do you want to catch it? Sweetie, look right there. Okay, so now the cat's looking out the window instead of the bee, which is on the window on the inside, but you know, whatever. The bee shall live this time. So as you know, I'm an artist. I was an art professor for many years, right? And now more getting my art started, all right? And so a blessing that came to me that I want to share with you was the opportunity to do a mural. But I turned down the blessing. Now, some of you are going to have a knee-jerk reaction watching this. Oh, Viv, you know, if it was for you, it'll be for you. I disagree with that. Here's why. Because that can take responsibility away from us because I didn't go for the opportunity. So there was this opportunity to do a mural, you guys, like huge mural, maybe 20 feet wide, 10 feet tall, the whole side of a small building. Okay. Big, big mural. Seriously, huge mural. Um, and I went into my feels. I was like, yeah, I don't know, because I had not done anything that large in a really long time. So I just went into this thing of, well, I'm not going to apply for this mural grant, which guess how much it was paying? Guess how much it was paying? I'll give you a moment. Just guess how much, because a lot of you don't know I don't know every state in America and all of that, but a lot of times people underpay mural artists, right? They're like, oh yeah, I'll give you $300. I'm like, seriously? Do you understand how much time and paint and effort, right? So picture all these beautiful murals you may have seen. Often the artists are underpaid, in my opinion. And so, well, most of the artists' opinion, right? So this mural, guess how much they would have paid? This was going to be quite a lucrative opportunity and a large mural. And I just took myself out of the running. I said, you know what? I'm not going to apply. It's too big. I just didn't feel confident. I didn't feel confident. That's really what it came down to, is not feeling confident. So that's my first thing to you. Are you underestimating your abilities? So is that you're saying no to the universe? The universe is presenting something to you. The hand is coming out of the cloud, right? Saying, look, take this. And you're like, no, 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 right? Which would be the Four of Cups. I believe it is the Four of Cups in tarot. So I'm going to tell you how much this mural was. It would have been $6,000. $6,000 to paint this mural. Now, I remember looking at the application and thinking, wow, that would really get me to Europe. Like, that would more than get me to Europe, obviously, right? And to be very honest with you, again, looking at the scope of it, because that's how we learn. What I gave up by not even applying was, for me, you guys, $6,000 would have, I could have lived abroad for about 6 months on that, right? And then I'll tell you the second thing I turned down. So in turning down applying for that mural, mind you, I got a smaller mural because that's what I felt confident with. For much less money, I had like a little tiny mural around town. I got that. I knew I could get that. I was an art professor. I am an artist. I'm a gifted artist, right? But I only applied for the small, tiny thing when there was the one really big one, like the big one, and I didn't. But this is where it's telling. So I spoke to, guess who got it? A girl who was literally 17 years old. So a 17-year-old, relatively inexperienced, right, got the $6,000 grant to do this huge ass mural. I spoke with her after. So lovely girl, lovely, lovely girl. Spoke to her, and I saw her once with two, look like her siblings, right? She's painting the mural, and these two little boys are standing around. And I was like, oh, at one point, I was like, well, did you get help? Because that was also, I felt I didn't have help. I couldn't do it by myself. She's like, yeah, they were my brothers and my cousins. They didn't really do very much. I was like, it's kind of what I thought. She did that mostly by herself, mostly by herself. She had some help. So my point in telling you the story is, here I am, a talented artist. I used to paint murals for Macy's Herald Square, which is like still one of the largest department stores in the world, in New York City, right? Painted huge murals with a team, with a couple of folks. We'd paint murals within the store for display, but I didn't have the confidence because that was many, many years ago, right? So here's this 17-year-old though, who's like, I can do it. I'm sure she had never done anything that big, but she had the confidence. So I'm saying to you, look at, the universe might be trying to present you with a beautiful opportunity, a blessing, and is your fear hold you back? Because here's why. I'm going to give you some more kind of things about that hurt me about it, that I realized I think it was a blessing for me, or at least I could have certainly gone for it. So I spoke to her after, and she's like, yeah, I'm really busy. We talked about something, but then she goes, yeah, I'm really busy right now. And I'm like, oh, what are you doing? Because I love to ask questions, right? And I love to know about people. And so she says, oh, I'm getting ready. Wait for it. I'm getting ready to go to Europe. I'm like, because I was like, yeah, the grant and how to go. And she's like, yeah, I'm going to Europe with my boyfriend. So literally, I would have used that money to travel, and here's this young girl just took the leap, and she's going to Europe. And so Spirit was almost like, you see, you could have done this. And so, yes, I agree. What is for you, but you have to take the opportunity. No, I had to apply for the grant. If I had applied for the grant, it's very likely that I would have at least like had a chance to make my dreams come true. So what I'm saying to you is Spirit will present something to you. Don't talk yourself out of it. Don't talk yourself out of it. So I'm going to pause there. I want you to think about, again, spiritual women I'm talking to here, divine masculine, if you're watching as well, feel free to comment, but my channel is mostly aimed at women and looking at our spiritual growth, our manifestation. So yeah, I want to know what you think. And then I see a comment. Hi, Sharon Eyes Makeup. Hope you heard my story. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Nice to see you. So yeah, here's New Bankroll says, do you think people can manifest against you, and can you refuse your manifestations? If so, are there signs we should look for? That's a great question. I don't tend to focus on, can people manifest against you? And this is super common though. People are like, oh, I'm being blocked by outside forces. I think that's a great question, New Bankroll. I don't like that, because here's why, because then it makes you powerless, right? If so-and-so has put some juju on you and put some, some negative energy, a curse, basically, right, on you, then I feel like that puts us as empowered beings of light, powerful, eternal beings. That makes us feel disempowered. So that's why I don't like to, and generally will not look at it that somebody else is blocking me. Like that young woman did not block me. Very sweet girl. I've spoken to her. She was focused though on getting it. Like her energy was super positive, and her design also was really quite nice. I love how because again, this is a little off topic for those of you who aren't artists, but I got to share. She didn't make a super complicated mural. She had space where it was just color, right? Because like I'm saying, this thing was so big. That's why I was so scared. I'm like, how am I going to paint it by myself? But here's the truth. That was my own delusion. Here's why. The group that sponsored the mural, you guys, I know that the lead person, they literally give you assistance. If I had wanted, I could have had 2 or 3 assistants help me paint that mural, right? But in my mind, here's what else I realized though. I was like, well, Viv, because I'm a fair person, I'm kind of like, would I then be splitting the money with them? And rather than find out, I didn't even ask, because in fact, I believe the people are paid. So there's like a society in my town, and they're muralists, and there's a whole team. I basically could have gotten help. So I'm saying to you, this young girl didn't let any fears stop her. She might have had fears. Oh my God, can I handle this by myself? You needed scaffolding. All of that would have been provided for me. So I took myself out. So New Bankroll, I don't like to believe that others are blocking you, because I think it makes us powerless. But it's not to say they can't. Absolutely. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. If so, are there signs we should look for? Can you refuse your manifestations? That's what I'm talking about. You literally, out of your own baggage, right? That's what I'm talking about. Out of our own spiritual baggage, our own conditioning, our own fears. Because I could have done that mural. Full stop. I could have done that mural. It would have been a different mural, and I would have had $6,000 to travel to Europe, which I was saying I wanted. So you have to look at when you're at cross purposes. Okay. This is very common. I see it in so many people. I do it. I see friends do it. I see clients do it. We're saying one thing, but there's something else that we're doing, right? So $6,000, I could have been, there are countries, and certainly if I went to South America, I could have been living for like 8 months on that money, just that money, right? So I let that opportunity go, right? But realizing it afterwards. Okay, let me give you another thing that also happened. And I'm not going to give too much details, I was offered to be part of a conference. Same thing. A year, separated between these two. This was more recent. Again, you have to apply. And I was like, well, I don't know if I really have a topic. I genuinely didn't have a topic. The thing is, if I had sat down, you guys, and really like, let me come up with something. What can I do with what I do? Manifestation and meditation, relaxation, da 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 da. Right. Also, for a good amount of pay, I didn't send it in. I was like, I don't have the idea. I'm going to let it go. I'll take it next time around. You guys, with the monies from that too, I could have been in Europe for 8 months. I could have been in South America for probably 10 months. Okay. I could have been in Guatemala or Colombia. Okay. Or Mexico for like 10 months just on those two projects that I turned down. So again, I'm bringing this out because I wanted to talk about it and because I saw it. Now, why did I see it? Because I'm telling you, a lot of you are doing the same thing. Opportunities are around you, but we have like blinders on. There's something called the reticular activating system. Have you guys heard of it? Meaning, I'll give you an example. You buy a Prius, you buy a blue Prius. All of a sudden, you're like, damn, everybody has Priuses. And everybody's got that blue that I have. That same blue Prius was driving around in your town. You never noticed it because you weren't paying attention to Priuses. You weren't looking at a new car, whatever it is, right? It's your new Hyundai that you had painted pink or whatever, or silver. I like silver cars for some reason, right? All of a sudden you see them. It's because now your brain is like, oh, that's my car. That's my car. Oh, that's my car, right? In fact, a girlfriend of mine was recently, we were both confusing her car. She started walking towards this red car. It looked very similar. She's like, oh, that's not my car, right? Because that's how the brain works. You give it like, pay attention, right? So I'm saying this to you, check Sharon I's makeup. Those of you watching New Bankroll are there. So the solution, I think, could be that even every day or every few days, you say to yourself, you get quiet, you're mindful, you sit in meditative space, you close your eyes, you breathe, you take a pause, or even you lay down and you ask yourself, has there been an opportunity? Is there an opportunity that I'm missing? Is there an opportunity that I'm not aware of please make me aware of the opportunities to move towards my goals? Okay. What do you guys think of that? That's how you can just stop and pause and see. Like I said, $6,000 for a mural, you guys, that's a lot. Typically, murals, at least in my town, maybe 500, oh, 600, oh, can you paint the side of my store? You know, $6,000, right? A bunch of us artists were chattering about it. Like, that's really good. That's a good size grant that respects the artist, the work, the hours of planning, allows them to get the paint and like not have the paint take a chunk of money, right? So the other thing, like I was saying, the other opportunity where spirit was giving me a chance and I didn't, was to speak. Like I said, I didn't come up with a topic that very likely would have been accepted. Okay, so watch if you are saying no to things by not responding late, taking yourself out of it. Like, there's a woman, I'm blocking her name right now, but she's the something queen that she's called, the queen of the remote job queen. I'm blocking her name. Let me know if you know her. She lives abroad and she's like, apply for the job, right? Because she says women especially we really read the job description, the remote job or whatever job. We're like, oh, I don't have that. They said they want you to know this system. I don't have that. Okay, I'm not going to apply. She's like, oh, please. And I think she does call it like white man syndrome. Men in general, right? I believe any man will be like, well, I've got 60% of what they're asking. I'm talented, most, and right, they apply for the job. While women will be like, oh, I wasn't so good at that system and I'm not so good at this. I don't think I'm gonna apply. She's like, apply for the job. They can say no, right? But they can also say yes. So when the universe gives you an opportunity, say yes. When the universe is like this, palms, giving you something. So I do believe you can. A friend of mine who is more pessimistic than me and, good guy, but We have very different kind of spiritual approach. When I'm in flow, guys, it's magic. Like magical stuff happens where other people are like, I don't even understand how that's happening for you, right? Because it's like crazy. Um, so this other friend that was like, Viv, do you think though that when we say no to something, this was his belief, Spirit's like, that's it, you missed the opportunity. I'm like, well, you missed that opportunity, my friend. You did. I missed that mural. That mural is done. That $6,000 is given. Spirit doesn't hold a grudge, though. I do not believe that the creative energy, God, Great Spirit is like, yeah, I'm tired of you, you know? I'm just tired of you because I give you opportunities, because that would not be a enlightened response, right? I think it's more like a loving parent who's like, they weren't ready, they're not ready. Okay, I'm going to give them something else, right? So I believe, let me know what you think, guys. Let me know in the chat. I believe the opportunities come again. They come around. So I'm going to give you an example so I have more good news, all right? So this is not all downer and like what, no. You take what life shows you and you learn from it. So first lesson, why did I, like I said, lack of confidence. I didn't also have the energy. And I'm not trying to, I don't know who's watching this, but I'm not trying to offend anyone if the particular person is here. But I was going through a lot with someone in my life that literally was taking my energy. And because I'm a very spiritual person, if you are, give me a yes. We're more upper chakra. What does that mean? We're more affected by energy. So when I was going through this emotional upheaval, and it had come off the back of another upheaval with a different acquaintance, then the second person was more of a very close friend. I was emotionally distracted. So here I'm like, oh, this mural, oh, my energy was distracted. So my second lesson to you is, if you notice you're missing opportunities, goddess, things are not manifesting, what you have to say to yourself is, where is my energy? Where is my energy? Am I scattering it out? Again, if you're an upper chakra person, if you're more spiritual than most of the people around you, seriously, if you're watching my channel, it mostly likely is you. You're more affected by energies. So when you have a upset with a friend, your lover, your brother, or your sister, that throws you off more, okay? Because you're very sensitive to energy. It's a subtle thing. So you have to say to yourself, where is my energy imbalance? Where can I pull the rays of my energy back into myself? Because I believe, hi, Percival, you're going to put, okay, good. He didn't like just stick his butt to the camera. We send out rays of energy, right? We are attached to people. You've all heard of cords of energy, right? And so our loved ones, even deceased, I believe we can still be attached and connected to them. And so that can affect our ability to move forward. If you picture these cords as almost like they could hold you in position, right? Like, you work here, you live here with me, you're my partner. I don't want you to get a new job and move across the country. It's like holding you. That can happen. You have to like cut cords, which I do have in another video. You have to it can hold you back. It can hold back your manifestation. Energy, there may be people who love you, but they like you as you are. They like you as, oh yeah, she works here, she works at the hospital, she comes home at this time, this is how we hang out on the weekend, we do this, we do this, we do this. So your old self can hold you back because there's energy connecting you to other people in your life that like a dear friend of mine, a friend of mine, I know she doesn't want me to travel. She doesn't want me to travel because she's gonna miss me, right? That's what I'm feeling. So on the hand, very supportive, but you can also feel this sadness, right? So again, let me stop there. You guys, have you had that where you can feel other people, they're comfortable with you as you are, they love you as you are, they don't necessarily want you to change, okay? And that can inhibit us. So new bankroll, let me know if that helps. And then I may pull cards for folks, depending on my energy. So yes. Thanks, Sharon Eyes Makeup. Yeah. Beautiful picture, by the way. Let's shout out your channel, Sharon Eyes Makeup. Sharon Eyes, is it makeup reviews and you do makeup? Are you a makeup artist? I'm really curious. I like to know who's watching. Let me know. If you have a YouTube channel, make a comment and I'll put you up on the screen. So that's kind of the first set of sharings I want to share with you about, are you saying no to gifts that the universe is trying to give you because you have put out that you want them, right? So like me with, there was a tremendous amount of difficulty getting this. So sometimes the next lesson though I'm going to say to you is sometimes spirit, in some cases, there's something better for you. There's something better for you. And I actually want to write that down. So I want to talk about that. Sometimes things aren't working because there's something better for you. What do I mean by that? So at the time, I lived in America since I'm a child. You can do it legally. Okay. You can do everything. It's no big deal. I could not vote and I could not be drafted. Like guys could not be drafted, I guess, if you're not a citizen. So I went for my citizenship was still with Jamaica. So I was like, okay, Jamaican passport. Spirit, I started to get whispers though, early in the process, you should really get your American citizenship. And I just kept hearing this whisper, get your American citizenship, child. Seriously, the American citizenship came through faster than my own nation and much less trouble. America didn't say to me, oh, you have gray hair, we can't take your picture. Your picture, you blend in with the background. Literally what Jamaica was telling me, you guys. Jamaica's like, because I had to get a document fixed, your signature doesn't match. I just talked to a lady, though, who's in my program. She said, yeah, with Panama, same thing. They're like, that signature does not look like that. You need to make that signature look like that signature. I'm like, oh my God, what is wrong with you people? I don't sign my signature. Anyway, right? So America came through and it was flowing. It was like this. So let me give you some examples. There was one little hitch that was really on me. I won't even tell you all the ways it flowed because I don't want to put too much out on the internet. But things with getting the American citizenship was easy, easy, easy. In fact, I would have had the American passport if it were not for one thing that I did that has to do with me being dyslexic, and some like personal stuff. So basically now I'm waiting for my American passport. And so I'll show you guys when I get that. So I am an American citizen. I share that in the community, in my community feed, but now I'm waiting for the American passport. The American passport is a stronger passport. That's my point to you. Spirit, this was delayed. This was like a mess. I literally almost gave up. I was like, you know what? I don't even want to travel. I will never travel. I don't care. I'm just not going to travel. I'll just sit here at home and that's it. Coming out of 2020, though, there was all this pent up, like I need freedom, right? It wasn't just me. Like everybody's like, oh, I have to travel. I have to see Paris, I have to go to Tanzania. I need to, I have to, right? So Spirit was like, get America. Then I come to find out, well, America is ranked 8th in the world passport. I don't know if many of you know that in terms of travel. You can go to more countries, like obviously, than a smaller Caribbean nation. So now my plan is to have the 2 passports, okay? Anybody watching with Nomad Capitalist? I am not a nomad capitalist, okay? But I watch him because I find him funny and he does share some good information. So I will have the 2 passports. This is something I actually technically have wanted or thought about for over 10 years. But because the internet wasn't where it was, information wasn't where it was, I didn't see other Black women really doing it. And that's my thing to you. We really do need community. We really do need community to model for us what we can do, that we can do. She can do it. I can do it. That you're not alone. Can you guys hear me? I just dropped off. Yeah, I just dropped off for a little bit. So that we are not alone. So Spirit, sometimes when there is a delay, it's not a no. I'm trying to move you. Spirit is trying to move you a little bit into a better flow. So here's where the flow gets better. I also got a grant, you guys. I got a grant to travel to Italy because of my art. Yay! So that is really great news. It is going to, so you see how Spirit came back around? I chose not to apply for the mural that was presented to me that I could have done. Spirit didn't say, you know what, you suck. You suck. You're not spiritually advancing. No, that's not how it works. You can always, hold on guys, there you go. You can always, the opportunities, as long as you're breathing, they'll keep coming. And spirit is loving. It's a loving energy. It really is the base. At the base, I know many religions teach a very punitive God. Um, and certainly at times, I believe the base, the higher level of this creator and creation we're in is love. So yeah, I saw this opportunity. This time I'm like, okay, you fooled me once. I'm going for it. Got it written up really quick, you guys. There wasn't a lot of time. Wrote a proposal to go to Italy. Took the steps I needed. There were some steps. It was not instant. Took the steps, won the grant. It will pay for a plane ticket for me to get to Italy. So we are on, and I have to go to Italy because that's what I wrote. I didn't say I'm going to Colombia, I'm going to Mexico. I could probably change it, but I'm just saying the grant was given to me for my proposal on how I'm going to make art related to this topic in Italy. So yes, so that's the second thing. So I've got I got one passport, one on the way. So two passports and then this grant. But do you see how when things are moving? Oh, okay. I'm going to put Sharon Eyes up in a second. When things are moving, so part of me is also like the divine feminine, right? The divine feminine is a receptive energy. Okay, let's take it to that topic. Divine feminine, hear me on this, is a receptive and a attracting energy. It's an energy of pulling in. It's not an aggressive going out energy, which I label as more, which we have both, the masculine. The masculine is more the I'm going to go and attack it. I'm going to hustle it. I'm going to make it happen. It's assertive and it's a very specific type of energy. The feminine energy is more receptive, staying still, staying quiet, moving from a place of quiet, moving from a place of love, generosity, softness. So that's what I'm realizing because, again, I'm telling you the real truth. I'm giving you all the dirty laundry. I kept pulling cards the last couple months. You're trying too hard. You're pushing too hard. You're blocking the flow. I would get cards like that all the time. You're blocking the flow. And I'm like, well, how am I blocking it? I'm just like, why isn't it? And the cards would also say, be open to it coming in a different way than you thought. And I did not think of art as the way. I didn't think art was going to be, but it looks like Spirit is saying to me, and as I'm doing this, I'm getting this like flowing feeling. Spirit is like, your art is going to be the way for you to flow. All right. So I'm flowing with it. So my other advice to you is flow with it. If you find blockage to your manifestation over here, don't necessarily push, push, push. Pull back, especially divine feminine. Pull back, get quiet. Do cards, do some divination. Come to me for reading. Come to me for actually a energy clearing. Okay. I have beautiful testimonials about that on my website. And I'm going to put the link. Shift your energy and get more into receptive and listening for what Spirit is telling you. Because like I said, Spirit was giving me art opportunities. That was the biggest opportunity, was coming from art. It's like, I'm trying to do corporate meditation, not happening. Reach out to corporations, nothing, no response. Art's like, whew, it's like, take it. So I believe we all have God has given us all a gift. And that gift is how we are to manifest. That gift is our gift of how we are to be in this world, root chakra. How are we supposed to support ourselves? Every human being is given that gift. And so what we have to do is settle back into what that gift is. So I'm going to pause there. I'm going to have some water and I want to put up your comment. So if you have a comment, whether you're hopping in, it came back, dropped out, Sharon Eyes Makeup, and this isn't just for me because I think I asked you before, but it's for folks. You're a makeup artist, you do makeup tutorials, makeup related videos, and skin. Okay, I need skincare. Do you do, I don't like to do a lot of chemicals. I don't, like I haven't done like peels or anything like that. I'm not a chemical person. I'm just curious, is your channel, you probably like all different types of makeup? And you do online beauty classes. Nice. Good for you. Good for you. So yeah, check out her channel, Sharonized Makeup. We also have usually in here is the woman who does fitness. I forget, it's something fitness. She's often here as well. But a lot of folks are tired because there have been a couple lives back to back on related channels. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, creative with the lip gloss. Thank you. I have never put makeup on in front of a camera. So like you're used to looking in the mirror. So then it's like, okay, how do I keep them engaged? So you probably have that down. You probably do. And I really, actually, can you recommend a nice glossy lipstick? And also I want one that has more of that sheen, that's more kind of contemporary and brighter. This is not a good color on me. I've had makeup artists also say to me, not pinkish, but more into the mauve. It really pops on my skin, like a purplish, because I have yellow undertones. You can't tell, but recommend for me. I may as well get some free advice. Sharonized. Is there a gloss brand I like it to stay on that really gives nice coverage for lips that already have tint? What do you recommend? So yeah, that's my question for you. Um, so my second point was that often spirit has something better for you. So when you realize that you've pushed something away, don't beat yourself up, because that's what I see. I see people then like get into victimhood. Oh, I missed that opportunity. Like with the young girl, I was definitely down for a little bit. I'm like, she's 17 or 18, she's going to Europe with her boyfriend on that $6,000, right? And I was kind of sad. And I was like, but as I pulled back, got more mindful, continued my meditation, I realized you let that opportunity go. You were not being victimized. You did not take that opportunity, right? So, and then not with guilt, not with blame, but you have to see clearly. And that's why I keep encouraging us, goddesses. The meditation will help you see things clearly, right? I clearly saw, you know, you could have done that. You had the ability. You even would have had help, but you made up stories in your head about it's not for me. So I just don't want that for you. When an opportunity comes, you feel it's for you, take it, take it, take it. So now, goddesses, I am looking at applying for other things. I'm definitely going to take you with me. When I travel, which I'm hoping it's very soon. My only fear is I don't want to travel right around Christmas. You know, those prices are not good. And I literally want to travel very like in the little period we're in now, which means I want to get good prices, but I don't have the 3 months. I didn't book my rooms ahead. So that's my only concern why you may not see me. I'm not sure yet. I may just do it and be like, okay, I'll pay higher prices. But sometime between now and January, Goddess willing, I should be traveling. I'm definitely going to take you guys with me. With my phone. I hope my phone is a good enough camera to take you to Italy with me, to take you around with me, and to continue. My Soulful Mindfulness program is running. I have 3 goddesses in it who are super committed. It's a small group, but each of them are like, I knew I had to be in this. If you are watching this and you still want to get in, I would prorate it for you because you missed one class. You would have the recording, watch the recording, do the practices we did, which was beautiful. And you could still join. So I'm going to put my business email in here. It's assistant at intheflowofmagic.com. So if you are, I'm going to say a Black woman or a woman of color, I am going to limit it because I am feeling like for many of you, again, tell me if this is true, we're not feeling like with meditation, you felt like you wanted a more closed group. That's what I'm feeling. So assistant at In the Flow of Magic. If you still want to join my Soulful Mindfulness program, email me there. Do it very soon. This video is Sunday, October 6th. We just had class yesterday. Do it by Tuesday or Wednesday. So that would be like what, the 8th? Get back to me if you still want to join the program. If you are a Black woman or a woman of color, Hispanic, identifies, you are Hispanic, you identify and are a person, a woman of color. Sorry, no guys. Again, I'm trying to create a cocoon here. And I will let you into the group and I will prorate it for you. Okay. Because you missed that first class. I will do that. Um, yeah, and if you're watching this and you've taken it before, I emailed letting you guys know, but it was last minute. If you've taken the meditation program with me in the past years, 2021, 22, it's different now. It's revamped and it's longer. If you want to take it, you take it at half price. So again, email me at assistant@intheflowofmagic. That's the email, and I can still get you into soulful mindfulness. So there's a reason I brought that up. It's got two younger ladies in their 30s and then a woman who's more like my age. And so it's beautiful because I like that blend of ages in any program, because the younger woman, they bring a different perspective, and then the more mature woman, age-wise, brings some wisdom, some experience. So if that sounds good to you, definitely you can still get into Soulful Mindfulness, my 8-week program that is live. It is not just a course, it is taught live. And we had a beautiful session yesterday. So I think that that is it for me in terms of urging you to get quiet every couple of days and just ask yourself, when you're manifesting, you want to manifest something, you want to move across the country, you want to be in a relationship, you want to meet your soulmate. Let's use the soulmate example. Say somebody invited you to go like bowling and you're like, bowling is stupid, I don't bowl, right? Or they invited you to something and you're just like, that's not me, I'm an introvert. What if you would have met your soulmate at that event? At that event, right? Miniature golf. I'm sorry, I always think miniature golf sounds dumb. I'm gonna go there. I'm just like, I don't understand miniature golf, what is that, right? And then I'm like, well, maybe, I don't know, it looks dumb, but it kind of looks like fun. Somebody invited you and you're like, I don't do that, right? Or, oh, we don't do that. My family would often like, we don't do that. It's like, but we is like, there's a block and we can't, right? Or somebody invites you to go hiking. They have a hiking group, right? Like me, I don't hike, I like walking, but maybe I turn down like, oh, it's a mild hike, Viv. Oh, okay, I don't really have the boots. But you wanted to meet your soulmate. What if your soulmate was on that hiking trip? Your soulmate was on that hiking trip, and you're saying to spirit, I want to meet, I want to meet, I want to meet. And these opportunities, though, you're like, no, I don't like hiking. But they're an outdoors person, right? They're in shape. And you'd put somebody in shape, physically fit, and then you didn't go on the hike, right? That's where you would have met, right? That's where you would have met him or her, was on the hike. So spirit will bring around, but there's still a time element. So last thing on this of manifesting, there is a time element. So when my friend said, do you get the opportunity again? That person is looking for a partner as well, right? So say it's a guy, they're into hiking, they don't meet you, right? They keep going to hikes, they keep going to like the what's the name of that store that has all hiking gear? They go there, they meet somebody there when they're shopping for hiking boots. So now they're out of the picture. You could have been their partner. You could have been their partner, but you miss them. Now they keep circulating. They're still looking. They still want to be in relationship. They meet someone at the hiking shop while they're buying their hiking boots. They start a conversation. They go for coffee. They're like, oh, let's hike in. Do you ever go to this place to hike? Oh, yeah, I never went there. They're dating. Do you see how that's how this works? So stay open, stay flowing. I'm saying that for myself as well. Stay open, stay flowing. Spirit, God, the divine is trying to move you towards where you say you want to go. And so let me end it on a really good note. When I have manifested, like I said, it's been easy. It's been easy. Let me know in the chat, those of you still watching, have you manifested? Tell me a time you've manifested easily. And those of you who are watching from the future, tell me a time you've manifested easily. Like I said, it can be magical when you're in the flow. It is magical. Now, if there's hitches, that doesn't mean not to do it. Like I said, get quiet, step back, meditate, bring your mind to peace, and do that for a couple days. Do that for a couple days. Let the problem go, then come back to it. Then come back to it. So for me, like I said, I saw this other art opportunity and I'm like, you know what? I can write something up. I didn't say I can't. And an idea that actually has been a current in my life and in my art came to me because I got quiet. I wrote it up like so fast. I got some help. Um, Again, that was new for me. I'm like, let me see what the women. I reached out to two women. So take action. I reached out to two women who had gotten this grant. I said, let me read your grant proposal. I didn't just do it alone as a lone wolf. I went, and I read their proposals. One was very simple, super simple. I was like, okay. One wrote really a lot. This is why I need the money. This is what I'm going to do. And I put myself in the middle. I was like, okay, she's almost too simple. She's almost too complicated. Me, I'm more like flowing. It should flow. So I put something in the middle, had someone look at it. They're like, this looks really good, Viv. I love your ideas. I think it's ready to submit it to the committee. Boom. Thank you. Ooh, I'm writing that down, Sharon Ice. Thank you. Oh my gosh, girl, you're giving me Yves Saint Laurent? I'm trying to save my money to go to Italy. Come on now. Give me a drugstore brand. I challenge you. Let's see if you know your stuff. I need a drugstore brand. Okay. And the color you're saying is Roufe, Roufe. I will look it up. But if it's like 50 something dollars, then I need a drugstore brand. Okay. That might be a good video for you. You've probably already done that. Drugstore, what do they call swaps? Drugstore swaps? Anyway, I think that's what I wanted to really share with you. So your blessings are there. I truly believe we live in a loving universe, but if you're in a lot of inner conflict or outer conflict, inner or outer conflict, it is hard to see your blessings. Okay? I'm gonna wait Sharon I's makeup. I hope you hear this. I need a drugstore brand. Or something that you know is cheaper than Yves Saint Laurent. Yves Saint Laurent. Let's see. So I'm going to pause here. I want to say thanks to New Bankroll. I don't know if you're still here. Thank you, thank you, thank you for chatting with me. Sharon Eyes. I'm going to hang on because I want to get your makeup if you have something a little bit less pricey, but I'm going to look at both. I definitely want to see both. What do you think of Rihanna's makeup line? Okay, here. New Bankroll. Yeah. Yeah, New Bankroll. So give me some, let's see. Give me some comments. What do you think so far? How is this, what I shared, hit you? And then I'm probably, listen, I thought I was going to fast today, but now I'm like, actually, I think I am going to fast. I'm going to make a green smoothie. A warning to you, because many of you, like folks who don't, if you don't look into it too deep, you hear smoothies are healthy, especially if you go to smoothie bars. Be careful. Do not just have high sugar. Doesn't matter if it's natural. Be careful. When you're doing like a smoothie or a juice, always, please have some green in it. Have enough green in it so it doesn't just hit your system as pure sugar, okay? We can't afford more diabetes, okay, and blood sugar issues, okay? So just be careful. But that's probably what I'm going to have. I don't know that I'm going to actually have a meal. If I do, it's going to be pretty light. My body is saying to me, keep it light. And that could be a whole other video. But when you need to make a decision, if you're having any trouble manifesting, lighten your diet. Lighten your diet. Eat less. Eat pure whole foods. Keep it simple. Keep it almost bland. You can put spices in, but I'm saying not greasy, not fried. Nothing artificial, because when you give your body kind of cleaner food, then your brain is able to function clean. So I'm either going to make a nice smoothie with kale. I think I'm going to do kale blueberry because that's what I have. I might even put a little avocado in it And I have dates. Oops, did I drop out again? Guys, my internet is acting up just a little bit. So, shoot, I wish I had like raw cacao powder. I love a chocolate smoothie. Real quick tip, if you want it to be healthy, but you want it to like taste good, you can make a smoothie, and if you put enough cacao powder, you can make it chocolate, even though it has greens in it. You won't taste the greens if you put like enough sweet and the cacao powder. It'll be like a delicious chocolate smoothie, but it still has minerals and and vitamins in it. So I think that's what I'm going to make, or I might just have some quinoa with some garbanzo beans, and then I'd spiced it up with some tomato sauce. And I am from Jamaica, so I have to add some spice into it. So it was great being here. I think I've been going about an hour. A lot of folks are going to watch this after, and I don't want to make the video long just to make it long. Blessings to those of you who were here in person, who stopped in. Much love. If you've watched it all the way to this, there's a tree outside. The branches are like falling, like huge branches are like falling from the wind. So just watching that. But if you are interested in shifting your energy, especially if you do feel stuck, go to my website. I am doing distance energy healing. I've been working with energy for, I guess it would be nearly 30 years. My own, doing chakra work, doing yoga, purifying my nadis, purifying my body. And the folks that I have done it with, the clients who've come through, have left beautiful testimonials. What they felt something, even at a distance. They would feel different chakras activating, moving, shifting. So do check that out. This is a new service I'm offering, and that Spirit is saying you have this capacity to do energy healing. I have worked as a massage therapist in person, right? Hands on, touching people, doing energy work, doing shiatsu, which is a thousands years old practice, specific points for specific things, moving your chi. But Spirit is like, you don't need to be in the room with them. You don't need to be hands on. You can do it at a distance. And I have a whole process where I tune in. My higher self tunes into your higher self. I join them together. I ask for permission to work with your energy and to do this. And your higher self holds the safety, and the work is done. Yeah, and women are reporting like their third eye, they feel throbbing, or their sacral chakra, they're feeling this and that. And then I also do a little divination with it to tell you what I saw and what the message is for you. So do check that out, intheflowofmagic.com, chakra energy healing. So Sharonized, yes, Yves Saint Laurent, Rouge for Couture. You're giving me all like the best brand. Lancome, absolute. Okay. And Coloris Shine, Fenty. Okay, what I'm going to do, hold on. I'm actually going to copy this because once the chat, so I'm just going to literally take a screenshot. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I look good and I've gone to Sephora back when I was in the city, and just remember one makeup artist, because you know how some makeup artists, they just like a look. She's like, no, you need more color. And the color, when it's brighter, like this is not a good color for me. It's a little bit too dark and there's no gleam. I look better going into mauve, vibrant, and then it pops really nice on my skin. I don't look good in orange, like orangey reds either. But yeah, so I just took a screenshot of what you told me. The lipsticks from Fenty Beauty are great. Okay. You can go for Sephora, L'Oreal, Kiko, or Morphe. Morphe or Morphe. Let me just screenshot the whole damn thing, actually. Hold on. I'm going to take from your first comment. Wait, no. I'm gonna take from your first comment about the Yves Saint Laurent roof or Ruffet, all the way down to where you mentioned about the Fenty Beauty. Great, thank you so much. That might be why I came on, was just to get beauty, get beauty advice. So those of you watching it in the future, it'll probably be 100-something people. Check out her channel if you are into beauty, cosmetics, makeup. Check out Sharonized Makeup, because she has a spiritual side as well. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. Yeah, I'm going to get some nourishment in my body. I'm going to take you on the travels. Let me know, really, let me know in the comments, do you care? Do you want to see? Because this is, manifesting over 50, like we're doing this. We're going, and we're taking little risks and we're doing new things. It doesn't have to be that you're a certain age and have fun. Yeah, you see, I'm trying to think. I live in a relatively small town, Sharon. So there's one. It's not a Sephora. Oh my God. It's that other Ulta Beauty. So yes, I would need to get up to the mall and just go, yeah, and go try things on. That's true. Because yeah, I honestly I don't like drugstore brands for that reason. Like I can't try it on. And I mean, yes, some of them you can try the lipstick like here. You know, yeah. Yeah. Hey, BB. BB, oh, hey. Were you live? Were you watching Rashida? Were you in Rashida's live? Because I know a lot of people are probably like tired, from like an hour live to go into another live. But I was just sharing, BB, about ways to see if you're blocking your good, if you're blocking your blessings. I give my own examples, right? And how I kind of turned it around, how I'm working with it, and how to get back in the flow of manifesting what you desire and aligning. And so I should make a separate video. It is about aligning. Ideally, if you're a spiritual person, you want to align with what spirit has for you, your blessings. Don't try to fight them, align with them. Okay. I'm going to make a different video about that, I think. So, BB, glad you're here. Glad you popped in. And check out Sharon I's makeup channel. She was giving me some tips and some colors. Mm-hmm. And yes, I just also need to take this, but go into the store. When I lived in New York City, like a Sephora, it's overwhelming. There's so much. You really can like go in well fed, well hydrated, right? And go in and like, have your little notebook, try everything, write it down. But up here, like I said, I think it's Ulta or Ultra Beauty. That's the one shop near me, unless I was going to travel into a major city to get that. So, trying to getting things online are the main way. But yeah, and have fun. So thank you so much. And I'm going to keep you guys up to date on my plans. If I go ahead and book the flight, because I am still waiting for that passport, and I don't want to book a flight till I have the passport, right? So then I'm not getting that lead time. So the lead time may push into November, or I may end up waiting till January. I don't want to try to travel right around Christmas. Like I said, I think that's when rich people travel. People where the money is not how much they spend. And I don't like to travel at a high season, because somebody pointed out real quick, I know this might be off topic for those of you who aren't interested in travel, but when you travel, which is what I did, I went to Italy last, I went in August. They're like, you're not seeing any Italians. You're not seeing the actual life. You're seeing other tourists. All you're seeing is a bunch of other tourists in their flip-flops, in their shorts, in their backpack, walking around, looking at you, you're looking at them. And and they showed a picture, and I was like, I don't like that. I traveled across the world to just see other tourists. I'm like, that is really deep. I want to go off season. I've always been that type of person. I want more of a real experience. I don't like fake tourist experience, right? So yes, I'm gonna really try to go if I can get it everything to line up, right? To go between now and before Christmas, or wait and then see if January, but it's all going to depend on pricing. Okay, I'm still getting more makeup tips here. Okay, you can use a Sephora brand. Okay. Yes, a good lip pencil is good. No, Sephora is a good brand. Sephora is a good brand. Kiko is Italian and affordable. Oh, really? I've never heard of Kiko brand. I have never heard of Kiko brand. Huh. That shows you how long it's been since. Like I said, I moved away from New York City. You guys, not right after 9/11, but Spirit was like, you need to get out. It's not what it was. It's not for you anymore. Your energy has shifted. because I grew up in New York City. To me, it was like the center of the planet, the best city in the world. Why would I leave? But at a certain point, maybe 8 years ago now, I kept hearing yeah, it's not good for you anymore. It's time for you to leave. And I left. I left. Grazie mille. Yes. Grazie mille. Thank you. Thank you. Grazie a te. Grazie a te, I think is what I would say back. Um, so yeah, I feel like there's a very particular experience for me in Italy. I'm looking at I will be going to Venezia, Firenze, and I would like to also visit the island of Sardinia. Now, Sardinia, I'm going to share with you. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I don't want to speak too much about it. I was just reading a book about silence and, holding your energy. But Sardinia as a whole, what I'm getting as a spiritual being, it's a very spiritual island. I believe there's like energy vortexes there, basically. And I may have mentioned it to you before because I am a geek. I've always been like this. I find my thing and I'm into my thing. But it is, hang on, I'll wait till I come back, till I'm on screen. Sardinia is famous for its beaches, but the interior has these ruins, you guys, that I think they would predate the pyramids, if I'm correct, or either the same time or predate, that are these ancient ruins. It's not 100% clear what they are. Of course, there are theories of what they were, but I felt drawn years ago. This has already been like, you're supposed to go visit these. They're cylindrical. There's definitely an energy to that land. And my friend who is Italian said to me, she'd probably be mad at me for saying this, I mentioned it before. She said, we call Sardinia the land of something and shepherds, like mystics and shepherds. And apparently that was supposed to be negative, right? And I'm like, oh yeah? Oh yeah, shepherds. The shepherds part, okay. I know. They heard it's sheep, right? I don't know. But the mystics, and she's like, yeah. And it was like supposed to be a little bit negative. And I'm like, that sounds really cool to me, because that's what I have a gift, you guys, of also being pulled by land. It's a very specific type of it's not a telepathy, but I can read land. Okay, you guys with me on this? Do you have like, I can read land forms, meaning just their energy. And so I want to go to Sardinia because there's something there in the land. It may just be that I need to touch down there, walk around, be in that energy. We'll see. Like I said, I'll take you with me. The particular ruins I'm talking about are called Nuraghe. I think that is how it's pronounced. Nuraghe, Raghe, I believe. They are Neolithic, which, like I said, I'm pretty sure predates the pyramids in Egypt. They're round shapes. I think they have something to do with the divine feminine. And so there are many, many of them. They could have just been for burial, but there were also where rituals and religious rituals were done. And there are many of them scattered all over the island. One of them is a World Heritage Site. I'm talking about a place in Italy on the island of Sardinia that, like, and this is a big deal. Italy, I don't know if you guys know, has the most World Heritage Sites in the world, of any country in the world. And one of them is so well preserved, and all, you guys, was built with huge blocks of stone, not anywhere near as big as the pyramids, but round, and just with stone. They piled the stone up to even get up to the ceiling. And so it was used, it definitely had some probably religious purpose. And so I'm feeling drawn to that. I just want to go see them, explore them, get my energetic alignment. This also happened for me with the island of Malta, which I was drawn to for some time. They also have these similar ruins that, again, I believe the ones in Malta, you guys, they don't know. They're like, what were these for? What were these? I guess we're talking how many, 10,000 years? I don't know. Does anybody know what Neolithic, when something is Neolithic, how far? Let me Google that. Let me Google what Neolithic, wait, let me ask ChatGPT. Hold on. how how old is Neolithic? I see Neolithic. And ChatGPT can make mistakes. People don't, you know. The New Stone Age, 12,000 years ago. 12,000 years ago. So I'm drawn to these ruins. I'm drawn to them. Um, and I'm getting a little bit of chills as I say this. When I visited Italy last, you guys, this was decades ago, and I know the island has changed. Italy has changed. I know that. That's why I'm going to be open with you about what goes on, you know, how I'm treated. But when I went to Italy years ago with my best friend, with my can, um, we both loved it. I felt very clear that I'd had past lives there in Venice. Now, Venice, what many of you may not know, Venice was empire. Back in the day, Venice was like New York City or London. It was rich and they were trading all over the place, all with the Middle East, Africa and Middle East. Okay. When I was in Venice, and this actually ties into the artwork. Get this. Okay, I may as well make the full connection. Not many of you are going to get to the end who watch in the replay, but I will share it and then maybe I'll make a separate video. What I'm telling you that I feel I had a past life, my proposal to go back to Italy to study the art relates to that. I didn't say it past life, obviously, in the thing. I joined it to the interest in the present day. And I'm going to make a separate video about that, like why I'm going to Italy or what I want to see. It'll be the name of it. But basically, I knew I was alive in Venice hundreds of years ago. I felt so comfortable. It's not like street names, like I knew street names or anything, but as I'm walking through the center of Venice and the side alleys, it just felt like, yeah, I've been here before. And you guys, there was one house I stopped in front of, and I have a picture of it somewhere. And believe me, let me know if this has ever happened to you. This is when I'm having mystical experiences. The light, I want to say it was sunset, and the light in the photo, you can see the light across the house, and it's just golden. Tiny little house. I don't even remember what it was, but I felt like drawn to this house. I'm like, whoa, what is this? Like, what is this building anyway? I really believe I might have either lived in that house because I was just like, why, I ended up here. It was I think it was in Rome, but, and then the shaft of light, like, you've seen in movies where like the light just came through and I was just like, this place, I'm familiar with this place. Let me know if any of you guys had that experience. Now the numbers are going back up. Folks are coming in as I'm getting ready to go out. Have any of you ever had that experience, you guys, where you've been to a place before by some signs? Let me know. Let me know. I'm going to wait. I want to know if that's happened to you. Because, so yeah, I'm able to tune into place and tune into like energies there. Almost like people go into the haunted house. No, I don't scare the ghosts out. I don't do that type of thing. I always say I don't want to see dead people. Okay. I do not do that. I don't, whatever that's called, I don't do that. But yeah, I do believe in past lives. We have been here before and we'll probably be here again. We'll just keep coming around. So yeah, that was one of the mystical experiences I had in Italy. The other one I mentioned several videos ago, where I was in a church in Rome. And again, I mean, Rome is ancient, right? Like as a city, people have always passed through from all over the world. And speaking of, I want to see the new movie Gladiator, the new version of Gladiator. So I was in a church in Rome, and they had candles burning, and it was something about, I believe at the time, some Americans had been held hostage and they were threatening to behead them. And the candles were for that. But the thing at the candle said something like the 1400s or the 1600s. This was happening then. And you guys, I had this weird feeling like my body, like somebody shook me like that. And it felt like I was moving through time. Like I had like a break in the matrix, right? And the flash that came in my head is, oh gosh, yeah, this is still happening. We haven't learned. And it was like I was there at that time period, and now here, when I was in Italy, when that was happening again in the Middle East and with the conflicts between Christians and Muslims, and I was like, wow, wow, we have not changed in hundreds of years. And it just triggered something in me where my body just like had a visceral reaction. So um, I am fascinated by things like that because I want to, and I think we're here to understand reality, why we're here, all of that, all of that. So it was great being here with you today. I'm going to go have something to eat. I have not eaten anything today. Um, so despite that, I feel pretty good. I will see if I continue fasting. We'll see. I I had oat milk. I don't think that counts as truly breaking your fast. There's a little bit of carbs in it. A certain amount is like a small amount is still okay. Your body's still in a fasting state, but we'll see what I do. So much love this week. And let me know what videos you'd like to see. I might also start doing some again on the chakras, different and newer, some insights related to chakras. I do have the chakra course that I'm planning. When am I going to reopen that? And let me know if you're interested, because vast majority of you came to my channel originally for the chakra videos. Let me know if you're interested in that. So that might be the next program that I open and that I will teach again. So much love and many, many blessings. And I will see you again soon. Bye for now. And